So would the first one be 12x plus 2?
Something's missing. Any idea what's missing?
Oh, it's 12x squared.
Yep. B.
3x squared plus 2x minus a half x. And then minus a half to the power of minus half.
Yep.
Okay. So it would be 1/6 x minus to the power of minus a half plus 8x, just 8x. Yeah.
Well done. So I don't really understand where the book is coming from with these questions. I understand these ones. Okay.
Yeah.
How do we do these?
Okay. So for the first one, can we turn the square root into, is it a half?
Yeah. Any idea what you would do next?
And then would you make it so that there is no fraction? It would be to the power of minus a half. Is that right?
Yeah. And so what would it become?
Would it just be 4x minus a half?
So that's what everyone thinks. It would actually be a quarter x to the minus a half. The reason for that is BIDMAS. Indices before multiplying.
Yeah.
The index is connected only to the x, not to the 4.
Yeah.
Okay, and differentiate.
Okay. So would you do multiply x cubed with the brackets first?
We didn't differentiate this one. We just rewrote the question.
Oh, yeah. Okay. So it'd be minus 1/8 x to a half.
Subtract.
Actually, no. It would. Would it be minus 1 still? No, would you minus a half minus 1?
Yeah.
Which is minus 3/2.
Well done. Let me see. 1 second. Let us try. Oh, it got real. That one. Okay, 1 second. Let's try the top one.
Okay.
No, hang on. Let me do something else.
Okay.
No, it's too tricky. I want pure. Yeah. There we go. Let's see. terrible. Okay, how about part C? Question C. So differentiate this.
Okay. Is it minus x to the minus 4?
This part C?
Yeah.
How did you get that?
I did because I turned that into.
Oh, you might be right. Sorry, you might be right. So yeah, you turned it into.
I turned it into 1/3 x to the minus 3.
Yeah.
And then I multiplied minus 3 by a third, which gives you minus 1, which can be written out as minus x. And then you add minus. Where do you add 1 on my. Oh, you minus 1 from minus 3, which gives you minus 4.
Yeah, well done. Correct. Okay. And now, you did that pretty well. I just need to find one more. I could do that one. No. 1 second. If I can't find one, I know where I will find one. Come on. Let's see. Oh, why would they give me a question like that and then absolutely nothing else? I've come to expect nothing less. 1 second.
Okay.
These bookie people. Sure. Do I just have to make up my own? I literally do. These people. Okay. Let's go with 1 over 9 cube root of x.
Okay.
So try differentiating that.
I got minus 1/6 x to the power of minus 5/2, I think.
Okay, and so what was it working out?
So I turned the cube root into 3/2. Is that right?
No. Let me change something. Let's see. How about this one?
That'd be 1/2. Like the square root would become 1/2.
Yeah, so try this question.
Okay. I got minus 1/16 x to the power of minus 3/2.
Yeah, that's it. I'm not worried about anything else.
Okay.
I don't want to introduce any new stuff. Okay, now let's try this top one, question 6.
Okay. What is the apostrophe next to F mean?
The apostrophe next to x, is it?
F.
Oh, this
Given that F apostrophe. Yeah.
the derivative. So that's
Okay.
f of x. That's f dash of x. So the
Okay.
yeah.
So would you need to substitute 2 and 3 in for x?
The f of 2 will be subbing 2 for x. You need to sub 2 into the f dash of x. So this up here is the f of x. First you need the f dash of x. Any idea what f dash of x is, or how you go about that?
So if I substitute 2 in for x, would that be 2x?
Into what? This up here?
Yeah.
You don't sub 2 into that.
Okay.
So the f of x is this.
Yep.
The f dash of x is what you get after you differentiate this.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So it's 3.
True. It's going to be 3. But also, what is the derivative of it in terms of x?
Oh, so we need to work that out.
Yeah.
Okay. So I changed it into 12 over px to the minus a half plus x.
Yeah, so that is 12 over p x to the minus a half plus x.
And then can we multiply minus a half by 12 over p? Well, we don't know what the number is, so we can't.
So you can just do it in terms of p.
Okay. Wait, what do you mean by in terms of p?
So if it was 12 over 5, what would you do?
Yeah.
How would you differentiate it?
You'd multiply minus a half by 12 over 5.
Yeah, so do the same thing except times 12 over p.
So would you do it as x then? So would it just be minus 6 over something? Wait, no, it wouldn't be. Oh.
Yeah, I think it's minus 6 over p.
Okay.
And what else?
Plus x. And then, no, we need to make it minus 3 over 2. X to the power of minus 3 over 2.
Yeah.
And then plus x at the end.
The derivative of x. Do you remember what that is?
2.
So if you had the line y equals x, any idea what the gradient of that line is?
So gradient 1.
Yeah. And so the derivative is 1.
Yeah. fine.
Okay, and so the f of x is this minus 6 over p x to the minus 0 over 2 plus 1. We're told the f dash of 2 is equal to 3. How do we find the value of x?
So you multiply everything by 2.
Sorry, the value of that. No, you sub 2 for x. So f dash of x,
For
f
everything.
dash.
So you sub 2 in for x for everything? Or just the thing at the start? Or is it in the equation?
For this, there's only one x term yet.
Okay. So it becomes minus 6 over p times 2 to the power of minus 3 over 2 plus 1.
Yeah.
And then you do indices first.
I'm just gonna say, so that whole thing is equal to 3.
Yeah.
They told us that the derivative, when you sub 2 in, gets you 3. We have to use that information to solve for p. You can do the indices first. I'm just going to put the whole thing in the calculator.
Okay.
And in graphical calculator, you can have the letter p. This calculator, all you have is x.
Okay.
But I'll just use x instead of p. And tell me if you struggle to get an answer for this one.
I got minus 1.06, I think.
You're on to something. They thwarted us. Let me just press answer.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Okay, we can use that to check our answer. They're going to make us do it. Okay, we have to do it manually.
Okay.
Let's solve it. So 2 to the minus 3 over 2.
2 to the minus 0.35355333906.
Well, that's the problem.
Yeah.
I can't answer.
It doesn't give you it as a fraction or anything.
Okay, so we have to do it ourselves. Any idea what, how you go about solving that?
Pardon?
Any idea how you go about solving this one?
Could you multiply 2 and... I know you couldn't, because you don't know what p is. Could you add 1 to 2?
No, because a bit hang on. So I think, so this is, well, first of all, it's the power of minus.
Okay.
So that's going to put it on the bottom.
Yeah.
2 to the 3 over 2. Second of all, it has 2 on the denominator. So that's like to the power of a half. So that's square. Yeah. That's like square root.
Yeah.
And cubed. And so it is like the square root of x cubed plus 1 equals 3. So
isn't it the square root of 2 cubed?
You're right, it's the square root of 2 cubed, right?
So would it be the cube first or the root first?
They're inverse of each other, and so it makes no difference.
Okay.
But actually, what is 2 cubed?
4. No, sorry. 8.
And so that is minus 6 over root 8p plus 1 equals 3.
Yeah.
Any idea what you do next?
And then can you simplify root 8?
Not really, no.
Okay.
I suppose you can, but it's not really. I'd probably subtract 1 from both sides.
Okay. So it'd give you minus 6 over root 8p equals 4. Well, 2, sorry, not 4.
8p equals 2. And then?
And then can you divide by 8 root 8p on both sides?
I'd flip both sides to get the unknown on the top.
Okay.
And I'm just gonna, I think so that's equal to a half. I'm gonna
and then would you divide by 6 on both sides?
Opposite of divide by 6.
Times by 6, sorry.
Yeah.
Which is 3.
Yeah.
And then you square both sides.
I would just divide both sides by minus root 8.
Divided by minus, which is minus 3 root 2 over 4.
Yeah, so it's basically minus 3 over root 8. And
Yeah.
the calculator simplified it first. What was it? Minus 3 root 2 over 4?
Yeah.
Minus 3 root 2 over 4 minus 3 over 4 root 2. I don't like that question though. That was a very silly. Very silly.
Yeah.
Stupid book. Right, let me show you a more normal question. Seeing as how there. Okay, very similar. Let's try this one.
Okay. So would you get 2px minus 4p minus a half? To the power of minus a half.
Minus 4px to the power of minus a half?
Yeah.
Yeah. What is next?
Okay. And then would you substitute 4 in for x?
Yeah.
So it'd be 2px 2p times 4.
Yep.
Minus 4p times 4 to the power of minus a half.
Yeah.
And then you do Bidmus first.
Sure. What would you do at the end though?
Like at the end of the whole question?
Like at the end of this, let's say fully simplify it. What would you do then? Like what are we trying to do in this question?
We're trying to find the value of p.
So how would you try to find the value of p once you've simplified this?
Would you want to make it equal to 15?
Yeah, you'd make that equal to 15. And so I would just do that now. So you could simplify it.
Okay.
I use x instead of p.
I got 2.5.
And I thought it would be something like that. Nice, yeah. 2.5. And so this is like a more normal question than the previous one.
Yeah.
Makes much more sense. And you could have done it manually. 4 to the power of minus a half. 4 to the power of a half is 2 because it's square root. To the minus half would be 1 over 2. 2p times 4 is 8p, and so on.
Yeah.
But there's only one solution, and so calculator will take care of that. So let me know. Let's try question B.
Okay. So would you multiply x to the power of 3 by everything in the bracket?
Yeah.
Okay. So it'd be 3x to the power of 4 plus 3x cubed.
Yep. Not 3. Just x cubed.
Oh yeah. X cubed. Okay. So the answer's 12x cubed plus 3x squared.
3x squared. And that one is 12x cubed. Yep. Any idea about part C?
Okay. So could you differentiate x squared to become 2x?
The way you'd go about this is, and there's a few different ways of doing it. I want to try a way. You know the way if this is on the bottom, that's the same as like x to the minus 2?
Yeah.
So that's, instead of everything divided by
Oh, right, yeah.
x to the 2, it's everything times x to the minus 2.
Okay.
So try that.
So when x to the minus 2 multiplies by x, does that give you just x?
So at the
Or
moment,
does it add 1 to it?
yeah,
So it'd become minus 1 to the minus 1.
yeah.
And then it'll be minus 2x to the minus 2.
Yeah.
And then you can differentiate.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So it'd be minus x to the minus 2 plus 4x minus 3 to the power of minus 3.
Well done. Yeah, so instead of everything divided by x to the 2, it's everything times x to the minus 2.
Yeah.
Let's try this one.
Okay. So it'd be x to the minus 3 brackets 4x squared minus 8x.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So they become 4x to the minus 6 minus 8x to the minus 3.
No. What's the rule for indices?
Oh, do you add the minus and the...
Yeah.
So it become 1. So it'd just be x.
What is minus 3 plus 2?
Oh, minus 1, sorry. So the power of minus 1.
Yeah.
So it would be minus 8x to the power of minus 2.
Yeah.
So it'd be minus 4x to the minus 2 minus 10x to the minus 3. Differentiated.
Minus 4x minus 2.
Yep.
Was this plus 16x to the minus 3?
Oh, yeah, you multiply. I added by accident. So it's, yeah, plus 16.
Okay, sorry. And then...
And then do you substitute minus 2 or minus 4 in for x?
Which one?
What do you mean, which one?
You can
Oh, minus 2 goes into minus 4x.
just minus 2. So the minus 4. So this is a gradient function.
Yeah.
And it's very common that it involves only x and not y. The minus 4 is a red herring. You won't need that for anything.
Okay. I got minus 3.
And so I'm just putting the original question in the calculator.
Yeah.
4x squared minus 8x over x cubed and x equals minus 2. And yeah, I verified the answer is minus 3.
Yeah.
Great. Any questions there?
Pardon?
Any questions about that one?
No.
Minus 3. So this one, oh, that's very unusual, but necessary, Okay, let's try it.
Okay. So I got 3px squared plus 4px minus qx minus 2 to the power of minus 2.
What was the middle one, sorry?
I got 4px.
What would be the derivative of 4x?
Would it be 0?
No. It would be x to the 0. So the derivative would be 4x to the 0. What is x to the power 0?
Oh, it's 1.
Yep. And so?
So it'd be 3px squared plus 1 minus qx.
No. Over here. So 4x, the derivative is?
Oh, 4 multiplied by 1.
Yep.
So it's 4.
So the derivative of 4x is 4. If
Yeah.
you have the line y equals 4x, m, the gradient is 4.
Yeah. So it'd be 4p.
Correct. Yeah. And it was minus qx and a minus 2, is that right?
Yeah.
Okay. What is next?
And then do we substitute minus 1 in for x?
Yep.
So it'd be 3p multiplied by minus 1 squared plus 4p minus q multiplied by minus 1 to the minus 2.
What are you typing in?
Well, you can't do it yet because you've got p and q.
Yep. Also, it has to be equal to something.
For minus 41.
That's what the h of minus 1 is.
Oh, the derivative, so it'd be 67.
Yeah. Let's try simplifying this.
Okay. So could you do minus 1 squared?
Yep.
Which would be 1.
Mm-hmm.
So just stay as 3p.
Yeah.
So it'd be 3p plus 4p minus q.
Mm-hmm.
And then you do minus 1 to the power of minus 2.
So what is minus 1 to the power minus 2?
Minus 1 to the power 1.
Mm-hmm.
So it'd be q times 1, which is just q, which equals to 67.
Yep.
And then do we want to work out p first?
Simplify it. Even simpler.
7p.
Yeah.
Minus q.
So 7p minus q equals 67. Two unknowns in one equation. We can't solve it. We need a second equation.
Would it be 7p plus q, or would it be minus 67?
No. One equation with two unknowns. Can't solve it. We need a second equation. So our first equation was subbing minus 1 into h dash of x.
Do you want to sub another number in for hx, not h dash of x?
Well done.
But what number would you sub in?
Well, we're told the h of minus 1 is minus 41.
So would you put minus 1 for x but make it equal to minus 421?
You would sub, you know the way we did minus, we subbed minus 1 for x and we made it equal to 67?
Yeah.
Well, you do the same thing, except you sub minus 1 into the h of x equation and make that equal to minus 41.
Oh, okay. So it would be p minus 1 cubed.
Yeah, well done.
So p times minus 1 cubed. Plus 4p times minus 1 plus q over minus 1 equals to minus 41.
Yeah.
And then you can simplify.
Mm-hmm.
So it'd be So would it be minus p plus 4? Wait.
Yep.
Yeah.
Minus
And then
p.
it would be it'd be minus p minus 4p
Mm-hmm.
plus, would it just be minus 9? Or minus
q.
minus p. Oh yeah, q, sorry.
Yeah, it's not the easiest.
Minus q equals minus 421.
Yep.
And then you can simplify.
Yep.
So it'd become minus 5p
Mm-hmm.
minus q equals minus 421. Then can you solve it as a simultaneous equation?
Well done.
So would p be x, and does it matter which is x and which is y?
It doesn't, so long as you keep track of it.
Okay.
It's usually easier to just put them in the order in which they came.
I got x is 9 and y is minus 4.
And so p is 9 and q is minus 4?
Yeah.
Looks good to me. And yeah, so that's a great question, and that is the wrong answer. We just did question 9, was it? No.
Yeah.
Hang on.
Where was it?
Oh, I just don't have the other parts.
Ah.
Question 7. I don't know where the answer is for question 7. I have to find it. Okay, but anyway, let's see. So this one is okay. I'm happy with that one. So we actually got it finished. And so that stuff, what do you give yourself?
Probably a tick. Found it pretty easy.
That's great. So yeah, I have to call my next one. But we can try to do extra next time if that's all right.
Yeah.
Okay. Any questions for you in general?
No.
All right. Well done, Adam. You did great.
Thank you.
I look forward to talking again next time.
You too. Bye.
Cheers. Take care. Goodbye.